The Yonkers rap legend, Styles P, SP the Ghost, the hardest out, is back with what is allegedly his second to last solo album of his career. Now, I have to point out that Styles P has the most consistent solo catalog of all LOX members, and that's pretty hard to dispute. And over the past few years, he's continued to display his love for rapping, and he still has the hunger and the drive, even though he is this well-respected veteran in the game. So this new project, Penultimate, A Calm Wolf, Is Still a Wolf, is his 15th studio release. And on it, he's continuing to revisit this theme of balance, something that he's always done, if you think about it, even dating back to 2002 with his debut, A Gangster and a Gentleman, and now it's A Calm Wolf, Is Still a Wolf. This project contains 13 songs lasting approximately 38 minutes. The only features are Brady Watt and Bucky. Now, as far as the production is concerned, he enlisted Vinny Idol, Black Sean, Brady Watt, Noah Styles, Ty Fife, Bo Dazel, and Perb. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track by track breakdown. The opener, intro, has a blend of thoughtful, clever, and menacing lines from Styles that's set to a simple but suspenseful Vinny Idol beat. Some of the more noteworthy bars were, Viper, not a Dodge, hope you get the drift, cause I've brought the work and I took the shift. Been through all the gears, you found out what it took to shift. So no complaints on this intro, just one verse, no hook, with SP doing his thing. Track 2, Pressure, has an up-tempo instrumental that wasn't bad. Now this is actually a Bucky solo with Styles P only providing the hook. Bucky talks about his experiences in the Bing. He doesn't do a bad job, but I honestly would have preferred Styles to have at least one verse. Yeah, because respectfully, I wasn't really anticipating a Bucky solo this early in the track list. Kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm like, Styles, where'd you go, dog? Now, track 3, Death Before Dishonor with Brady Watts, was a pleasant surprise. It has a wavy and groovy instrumental from Brady Watts, the bass guitarist, and a twangy hook that I honestly couldn't hate on. And SP was just vibing and floating over this fun beat. And I gotta say, it sounded different than anything I've heard in a while. And there's even a DJ Premier voice message at the end of the track. So yeah, unexpected, cool, wavy song that added some flavor to the track list. Right after is Porch Lights, which is hands down the dopest on the project. I was a fan of the twinkling boom bap beat from Vinny Idol, and I feel like this beat was tailor-made for all LOX members, and I would have loved the Kiss verse to keep it a buck. There are quite a few bars which stood out here, but my favorite was, pay attention or get attention paid. You don't need a barber, my dude, to get an instant fade. You don't need a hair salon to get a permanent. I hear they carry them flamers and they burning it. The following, That'll Be Enough, produced by Noah Styles, his son, has an atmospheric trap quality. It's just under 2 minutes with SP going in and giving out some deep game. Want a piece of the pie, you gotta make the crust. Bought the hammer new, but you gotta tape it up. These are the rules. Nah, I ain't make them up. You got no pull like the weed when I ain't break it up. And the hook has this raw, no frills quality that I like too. After this is I Ain't Doing Too Much, which is also shy of the 2 minute mark. The beat sounds like it could have been dusted off from the early 2010s, something that might appeal to some LOX fans, but I certainly dug the scratching and the intensity to which he's rapping. The subsequent song, Haunted House, has a slower, hypnotic, spacious instrumental that was a nice shift in pace. And I've always been a sucker for when LOX members rap over bells or the sparkling keyboards. On here, Styles P is speaking on his ghostly and wraith-like qualities about how he's formless but also everywhere at the same time. Some lines that jumped out to me were, I build the pedal for the pedalists. They set the bar. I made the bar. That's what being ghetto do. Track 8, What You Wanna Do, also feels like a throwback to the D Block mixtape era production. I didn't love this beat necessarily, but he made the most of it for sure with hard-hitting bars like, kill a few rappers, then I get me a new assignment. Break them all down, better get them a new alignment. Then, Good Morning, Good Evening, produced by Vinny Idol, has this slower and murky tone. The bars and the word bending from Styles P is on point for sure. The hook is super low key, but catchy at the same time. Yeah, it's just another cool head nodding record. Track 10, Peaceful Crazy, is a pure barfest over a cheery trap-like beat. The production didn't blow me away, if I'm being honest, but there were several rewind-worthy lines that made it a solid song. Yeah, he was just going in, showing off his lyrical agility. The next song, New Strains, mellows things out a bit. We're getting a moodier and reflective type of instrumental that is well suited for when Styles P goes into his philosopher bag, and that's one of his strengths as an artist. This song was about Styles P urging folks to stay prayed up, to practice self-care, and to go off the grid when things get too crazy. There were some thought-provoking lines like, do you really want a gun or do you need you one? Did your homie talk poison? Did he feed you some? Did you get back peace for the weed you brought? Did you start a trust fund for the seeds to come? It's this kind of thinking man's rap where Styles P tends to excel. The second to last song is Blood Money, another Bucky solo with no Styles P in sight. Now, to be fair, I did somewhat like the piano heavy production and I could respect Bucky's hunger, but I feel this record could have been a lot better with verses from Styles and possibly even Chic. Then the album closes out with Cried on Sunday. It's a solid closer, the hook standing out the most with bars like, wake on Friday, I need a new shirt. Thinking about Saturday, my homie got murked. Cried on Sunday, it ain't cause of church. Cried on Monday, cause dudes still hurt. So overall, I'm gonna give this project a rating of a strong 3.5 mics. Throughout, Styles P demonstrated his love for rapping and how slick he still is with the wordplay. There was also a lot of food for thought, or food for the spirit. So lyrically, this project was a 4 or above, but I would consider the production to only be 3 mics. Now, there were some high highs instrumentally, don't get me wrong, but some of the beats just paled in comparison to Styles' recent projects like Wreckage Manor with Havoc, or even his Ghosting project, his Dimebag album, or the Beloved record with Dave East. That being said, some of the production wasn't whack, but it just bordered on the generic side at times. Still, Styles P managed to make the most out of the just okay instrumentals, and he continued to show us why he's not only one of the hardest out, but also one of the most thought-provoking. My favorite tracks include Death Before Dishonor, Porch Lights, That'll Be Enough, Haunted House, Good Morning, Good Evening, Peaceful Crazy, and New Strain. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about this album. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. As always, it's peace and blessings. Styles P, Penultimate, a calm wolf is still a wolf. One.